Men, beware of your wife's single friends. Men, listen up. Your wife's single friends, they will sabotage your marriage if you let it. They sneak in, they whisper, and they poison. Before you know it, your marriage is breaking down. And you think I'm exaggerating and I'm doing this for likes? No, here are some facts. Studies show that divorce spreads like a virus through social networks. If a friend gets divorced, your odds of divorcing jump up to 75%. Let me repeat, your odds of divorcing jump 75% if her bestie gets divorced. Drill this into your brain. Single women are keeping women single. Peer influence is real. She will prioritize her bestie's feelings over yours, especially if her crew is full of divorcees. They're not healing. They're recruiting. Girl, you deserve better. Girl, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that to you. Oh my goodness, he is so controlling. Sound familiar? Friends, divorces make divorce seem normal and less stigmatized. Divorcees get together, pulling each other down. They don't care about your kids, your mortgage, or your future. They want her single, swiping, and miserable with them. Protect your marriage, my dudes. Vet those friends ASAP. If her friends is single and salty, red flags. Cut them off or watch your wife join the divorce club. Divorce is contagious, so protect what is yours.
The only way this relationship has any chance at surviving is if you start to be honest. You would have already left if you didn't have hope. So that tells me you want this to work somehow. The only way that can ever happen is through respectful, vulnerable honesty. And you telling them, this relationship doesn't work for me. Is that hard? Absolutely. Welcome to the fork in the road. We either move in a healthier direction together, or as difficult as it is, I move in a healthier direction by leaving. And there's still a lot of healing that needs to take place, but you have to come to the place where you're okay if this relationship ends. And even more, this relationship has to end. We can either build another relationship together as a team, or I have to leave. But either way, this relationship with all its toxicity is gone. I will no longer tolerate either of us showing up in destructive ways that hurt each other. I will no longer shove my feelings down because I know now that they only come back out in other destructive ways. I will no longer make excuses for either of us. We're both either going to do better or I'm going to do better on my own. I will not have a relationship where someone constantly criticizes me or makes fun of me or invalidates or dismisses my feelings or just plain ignores how I feel loved. It's just not going to happen. I'm going to start being respectfully vulnerable and honest about my feelings and needs, and I'm going to put distance between people in my life who punish me for doing that.
Me acting like I want a relationship, but in reality I'm enjoying being single. I'll say things like, oh, it would be nice to have someone, and then immediately enjoy my peace and forget all about that. I like the idea of a relationship and the highlights, the good parts, the Instagram version, but then someone texts too much and I remember who I am. Being single is quiet, no explanations, no compromises, no what's wrong when nothing's wrong. I don't miss dating. I miss potential. I like knowing I could fall in love without actually doing it. So yeah, I talk about wanting a relationship like it's a future project, not urgent. There's no deadline, just a vague general dream. If I'm single, relaxed, and unbothered, it's not loneliness. Okay, I'm not avoiding love. I'm just very comfortable being alone after years of practice.
Dating nowadays is so weird. Everybody's dating for help, dating to finesse somebody. Don't nobody actually like them for them. They just see an opportunity. They either see money or they just see the aspect of them. They don't actually see a future with them. Everybody's just living in the moment with their partner. That's what it seemed like. That's why I'm still single and I'm not rushing into no relationship. You got to actually fill out what people trying to do nowadays. It don't seem like any relationships are genuine. They're just there to use a motherfucker for whatever they there for. And once that's done and used up, they on to the next thing. Is there anybody out there that's genuinely looking for someone that sees potential and sees at least 20 years down the road with this person? Or is everybody just dating for right now?
Is discussing the mental load and men asking to make a list because I'm not a mind reader.
I cannot stand when husbands tell their wives, just make me a list of all the things you want me to do. I'm not a mind reader. I always tell people, if you have me make a list, then I have to do more of the mental load. I now have to look at everything that needs to get done. Why doesn't your spouse, husband, boyfriend, whoever it is, see the exact same things that you see? Do they see that the toilet needs to be cleaned? Do they see that dinner needs to be made? Do they see that the house has to be cleaned? That laundry has to be done? That the kids have a birthday party coming up? That they need a gift? You should be able to see the exact same thing that your wife sees and do that, and your marriage should be going a hell of a lot better than what it already is, probably.
Yeah, totally disagree. It's not the first time I've disagreed with Kristen. But I get it. I get her perspective. I totally disagree. I'll tell you why. One, we can't hear what you don't say. It's totally unfair to hold people to that standard. Two, I'm sorry, are we supposed to be in a relationship with ourselves? Is that what you're basically saying? Like we're all going to do the same. Like we're all going to be in charge of the kids' Christmas gifts for their friends. We're all going to be in charge of the toilet. We're all going to be, wait, I'm sorry. I thought we were in a relationship where we were going to say, hey, this is mine. This is yours. These are the things we're each doing, right? Like these are our responsibilities. Look at both people are the breadwinner. And both people are also the primary caregiver of the children. Okay, by the way, you then can't argue that we shouldn't have 50-50 custody, by the way. But arguably, if that's the pure relationship you have, where we like to cook the same, we're both equally good at cooking, neither of us is particularly likes or dislikes cooking, and we both should cook equally. Like, I get it, but that's usually not how actual people live.
You know what I just realized about relationships? A guy starts off by putting 100% in the beginning of a relationship. And over time, that will slowly go down from like 100 to 95 to 90 to 80 to 85. And then
So as a man who's done this in countless relationships, pretty much every relationship I've been in, my perception, this is just my observation, my own personal experience. The reason why the effort will go from 100 and just start going down is in the beginning, giving 100 was appreciated. It was reciprocated. It was enjoyed. It was exciting. It had all that good stuff, right? Then something happens and all that excitement about everything that everything you did that once brought excitement, energy, reciprocation, respect, all of a sudden, all that stuff's not getting that anymore. You can come up with 1,000 different reasons as to why. It doesn't matter. So then the effort starts to decrease. It is what it is. And once you start realizing you're not getting the respect, you're not getting the same vibes, the same energy, you're not, getting the appreciation, and for everything you do, you just start doing less and less. And before y'all say, well, you should communicate it, let me explain something to you. You can communicate a lot of things in a lot of ways to try to get people to understand, and they won't. Not that they can't. I don't believe people can't communicate. People refuse to communicate because they have no problem communicating it to their friends and their family. They just won't communicate it to their partner. So this is just my perception, just my observation from my own personal experience. Take that as you will. Food for thought. Maybe possibly people should, I don't know, appreciate things more. It's the same. Have a go.
So let's nip this man versus bear conversation in the bud right the now. The question is, would you rather be in the forest alone with a man or a bear? Not a or a bear. What percentage of men do y'all think are? That's what's really getting to me, because y'all make it seem like it's a 50-50% chance. Like, oh, he might me, he might not. Have you lost your mind? And before y'all answer that in the comments, because it is a question and I do want an answer, what percentage of men do y'all think are? And when you answer, I want you to put it in the form of a sentence of the men that are in your life. So that way we can bring this back to reality. So I want you to say, of my 3 brothers, 2 of them are. Of my 6 male cousins, 3 of them are. Of my 5 male friends, 2 of them are. I want you to give me those numbers.
It's ridiculous. I can proudly say out of all my 5 brothers, none of them are rapists. That's why I would never choose the bear. I'm not stupid. The bear will not ever protect me in any form of way. All I am to the bear is food. So why would I choose to be in a forest or be alone with a bear? I'm not stupid.
Most of these modern women, to the point of what Lauren was saying, I mean, men know that. Men know, and men are actually the ones that try to tell their lady, hey, this friend does this friend does that, and they try to tell them who to watch out for. but of course that's controlling. And that's a part of the patriarchy, and I'm sure it's misogyny somewhere in there. I'm not sure which, but that's usually what men run into, is that. So, men know that, but like you were saying, modern women tend to prioritize each other's feelings, and really, honestly and truly, they're prioritizing their feelings over the relationship. Modern women, their friends know how to get to them, right? Let's say you just met your girl and she's been with her friends since high school. They already got the jump on you because they know exactly what buttons to push to make your girl listen in a lot of these situations. And if your lady isn't disciplined enough to say, I'm gonna go check that out, or I need to see, they'll cry, they'll snot, they'll lie, whatever they need to do in order to get her away from you, they'll do it. And then in some of these instances, they'll go right around your girl and come back and try to hook up with you. Modern women logic, man.
Saying that men are choosing not to approach women is a real disrespect to what's happening right now in the actual world of reality. It's like saying to a man, you just didn't put your hand on the stove because you chose not to. Do you understand that the nervous system can only handle so much pain before it finally goes, okay, stop, we've done all we can, we're not going to let you do this anymore? Right now, approaching women for a lot of men just doesn't make any sense. Whatever the rules used to be, they didn't get the update. They didn't get Memo 6.0. And now everything they're doing continues to get worse and worse. Just understand, it's by and large not a lack of desire. It's just a defense mechanism at this point. It isn't choice. It's self-preservation. And then all the other excuses come out to make that choice seem a little bit more digestible. Go in the description, write the word upgrade. I have something free for you. If you're a single man and you're sick of it, I got somewhere where you could get started, and I hope it helps.
If a man is telling you he's not ready for a relationship, yet he wants to hang out with you all the time, he wants your body, he wants to be all in your face and all in your space, he wants your time and your energy, sweetie, he is using you. And as a woman, if you are willing to give all of yourself to a man who is not willing to take you serious and commit to you and truly value you as the woman that you know that you are, baby, you gotta love yourself more. The scary part is as long as you allow this man to have his way with you, girl, you will wake up, it'll be 5 years down the road, and you still in this same little situationship with this man. He's still telling you he ain't ready for a relationship. But it's like, at that point, why would he even want a relationship? He's already reaping all the benefits of a relationship without the commitment, without the ring. Do not let these men use you. Be smart. Value yourself more. Somebody is out there pissed that every time they go to your page, they don't see no signs of weakness, failure, sadness.
Do all men think kindness is flirting? Oh my God.
Now I know what I'm about to say is going to be a truly radical idea, and there will be some out there that really do have difficulty wrapping their minds around this concept. But it is still not all men. Imagine. However, I will say in this case, there are some men out there who unfortunately do tend to mistake kindness for flirting. But if a person is wondering how that could possibly be, how could a man mistake simple kindness or politeness or even a compliment for flirting? Well, the reason is actually very simple, if a person just takes a moment to think about it. How often do you think a man, outside of his immediate family, receives any sort of kindness or any kind of compliment at all from a woman who ultimately, well, doesn't want something?
It says a lot when a man is at peace and that said woman is no longer a part of his life. When a man reaches a point where he is calm and unbothered and distant from that woman, because that kind of peace does not happen overnight. Believe me, that's a man that went through frustrations, conversations, and effort. And then something in him shifted, and this is what women miss. When a man gets to that place, it is no longer anger, it's detachment. So now the things that used to matter to him does not hit the same. The arguing, the emotions, the tears, even the effort, it does not move him like it used to. Because mentally, he has already created distance. And once a man finds peace without you, he never will feel the need to go back to what disrupted it. And this is what women gotta understand. When a man feels better without you, it is over. He will never come back, no matter what you do. If you are a man that's currently in this state, bravo, my brother. I am so happy that you chose you.
If a man says he doesn't want a relationship, but then he starts doing boyfriend things and acting as though you guys are in a relationship, he is just testing you to see if you are willing to give him all of the benefits without the commitment. What he's saying is, I like what is here, but I don't like it enough to want to commit and do all the things that you want and need. But if you're willing to accept less than, I will keep showing up and taking what you're willing to give me. Do not be bamboozled by this. Do not try to be the girl who convinces the guy that she is worth the relationship. You don't want a man that you had to convince to be with you. You want the man who is trying to convince you to be with him. If moving forward, you are only going to deal with men who are willing to commit to you, I want you to comment, commit, in the comments.
Yo guys, as somebody who's been single for 8 years, literally my whole 20s, I'm gonna say this. I feel like I'm in a place where I'm so confident and in love with myself and what I believe in and how I portray myself. When it comes down to dating, like, I just don't want to settle. I just can't do it. I think I'm in that point where I have such high expectations about who I want to be with. And I know the next person I'm going to be with is someone I know I'm going to marry. So I'm just not in a rush to date someone just to date. I feel like a lot of people who are my age, who are about to turn 30, there's like a lot of pressure. Like, oh my God, I need to get a relationship right now. Like, I need to settle down. Like, I need to have kids soon. Like, all this stuff. And like, listen, we're in the age. Like, it isn't the 90s anymore. Like, you really got to make sure you settle down with the right person. You know who's actually you're going to settle down with and be with and be long term with, because that person can really dictate the rest of your life, the rest of your 30s, and you know, whatever comes ahead. So yeah, guys, just lock in. Lock in on yourself. Take your time to really love yourself and really understand like who you are and what you can offer someone, and you know what you actually need in a relationship. So that's where I'm at. I'm about to turn 30 in a few months, and like I'm very, I feel very blessed and very happy to be like where I am today. So love.
Let's talk about those lies we keep telling ourselves. You know, the ones when you're single and you tell yourself a lie like, there are no good men left. Well, girl, they're everywhere. You're just looking in the wrong places with the wrong mindset, probably. Lie number 2, I'm too busy for dating. Oh, really? But somehow you're not too busy for 6 hours of TikTok and stalking your ex's new girlfriend? Lie number 3, I have high standards. No, honey, you have walls. That's a big difference. Standards help you choose the right person. Walls keep everyone out. Lie number 4, the right man will accept me for who I am. Well, no, if you are a spoiled, entitled princess, no quality man will. So self-improvement isn't optional here. Lie number 5, I'm fine being single. Well, you're fine until you see a cute couple at brunch and you spiral down for days. So let's just be realistic. Here's the truth. Being honest with yourself is the first step to finding love. Stop lying to yourself, start getting real, and follow for more dating truths that will make you feel called out, but you'll make progress. Follow for more.
Where you calling me from, sweetheart?
Michigan.
Michigan, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, 27. You have any kids?
Yes, I do.
How many kids?
I have 4 kids.
You have 4 kids. How old are your 4 children?
I have a 10-year-old, and then I have an 8-year-old, and then I have a 4-year-old, and I have I gotta think, she's 6 months now. Yep, okay.
But how many men, Nate?
Who are you talking to? What do you want? No, you said. Are you serious?
Yo, you just told me.
Talk about it. Okay, sorry, because he was just saying he wanted to be single, and now that I'm out here looking for someone.
Why did you even on that
anyway.
Leave me alone. Like, seriously, go back over there and cry like you was.
Yo, see what I'm
That's weird. So what was the question?
How you gonna tell me to? I could sit here and think about it, and then you say
No, he always. So you know Kendra? You be watching her show?
It don't even matter. How
do you know Kendra's show? Wait a minute.
How
did you know it was Kendra? How did you know it was Kendra?
I can hear her voice. I can hear the voice.
Kendra, don't you think that's a little suspicious that he just know your voice? That means that he be on here watching, right?
That shit.
Yeah. No, I gotta go. Thank you. No, come here.
Download the Kendra G Singles dating app now, available on iPhones and Android phones.
A lot of women date guys who don't have as much as them because they can be lazy, they can mistreat a guy, they can do whatever they want to do, and they can be the person that they are because they know that guy won't go anywhere because he can't go anywhere, and they do underhanded things to keep this guy boxed in. They drain you so much with drama, they drain you so much with gaslighting and nitpicking so that you don't even have the energy to get anywhere else financially. You understand what I'm saying? And then also women, a lot of the times the apartment being their name, and so every time you get into it, they kicking you out, they throwing you outside, they putting you out the car, all type of just damaging you emotionally. You see what I'm saying? And again, this one only goes for men who don't really have to together. That's why it's important that you have your together, so you don't have to deal with like this.
And modern women who are considered cute, they'll do the same thing. When somebody has told a modern woman, "Oh, you're pretty," it might not even really be all that true. But if they believe, "Oh, I'm all this, I'm cute, I'm this, I'm that," they'll still do the same thing with a man too, right? And it'll be a man that does, maybe he's got a few things that are kind of loose ends, but if they feel like they have to feel like they have the upper hand on you, and they'll treat you that way, even if you do have your stuff together, or you have a few things that you're still working on, but you're trending in the right direction. They'll treat you like that because they think, "Oh, I hold all the keys, I hold all the power, I'm his first baddie." They think that gives them a license to act silly, and they'll do it thinking that at some point in time, they'll do it thinking that you won't set a boundary. But a lot of these guys at some point in time do actually set a boundary, and they do actually end up leaving the relationship, or the relationship dissolves because he stopped doing the stuff that he used to do because you was acting like a loser.
I've given up dating and pursuing women, and I think more men should do the same. I haven't given up out of hopelessness. I've given up out of clarity. And no, it's not because this isn't a coming out video, but that'd be really funny if it was. I've deleted the apps. I've stopped chasing, and instead I've become completely obsessed with building the life that I actually want to live. My music, my businesses, my health, my home, my son, my purpose, the things that actually set my soul on fire. And here's what I've realized. That obsession brings me more fulfillment than any relationship ever has. I wake up genuinely excited about what I'm building, and there's something that feels so deeply right about a man who knows exactly what he's here to do and just does it. So that's the work right now. Not becoming perfect, just focused on being whole, because the version of me that I'm embodying doesn't need a woman to feel complete. I'm already full. So when I meet someone next, I want there to be zero part of me looking for her to fulfill something in me. No neediness, no quiet desperation dressed up as romance. I want to show up already overflowing, and whatever we share is just extra. It's a bonus, pure joy on top of an already great life. That's the kind of love I actually want to experience. And I believe you can only really have that when you've done the work on yourself first. So that's exactly where I'm at. My focus is on being the best me, and I trust that the rest will follow.
Oh no, I just had to leave out this restaurant and come back to my car because I need a moment of clarification. Mind you, I'm on a date right now and I'm with this girl. We get here, let me give you a little rundown. I just watched this girl order a mountain of unhealthy decisions. I'm talking about extra cheese, extra slices, bacon, and more, right? We get the drinks. We go over to the fountain. She's trying to get a refreshment. She looks at the refreshment. She goes, fills it up, does a taste test, hits it, says this is flat. I don't like this. She asks the people to refill the Coke Zero. They tell her that the Coke Zero isn't going to be refilled till tomorrow. They're sorry, there's something wrong with the machine. That should have put out something. She looks at the machine, doesn't want any other refreshment. No water, no juice, no air, no ice, nothing. She goes back to the counter asking for a refund as if this was a team investment. Why the f you asking for my money back? I still want my food. Anyways, I started to get heated because she's going back and forth with the cashier, acting as if this is a debate. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. I leave to the car. I told her I'll be right back. I'm going to grab something, like I left something in here. I'm not going back. Because if Coke Zero has you this far in your emotions, I'm not built for what the f happens when you got a real life problem. All right, God, I got to quit using hands, bro.
We're going to ourselves for you to get what you want. A slow whenever I hear women say that they can't submit. Submit does not mean to give up. It means to give over.
Oh, I love that.
And the problem with most people and that word, they don't understand that it's the highest form of teamwork. I submit to my wife all day. She sets everything in the house. The thermostat, the sleeping arrangement, what side we sleep on, physical touch, the schedule, the food, everything that moves our house, my wife sets.
And are you okay with that?
We're together for 28 years.
You're okay with that?
So the entire day, I'm submitting to my wife.
Yep.
So I expect her, hello, every single one of you women who got your faces up.
Let's hear this.
I expect her to submit to my provision about specific areas because I submit to her all day. It's a dance. You already tell me what kind of woman you are spiritually when you tell me that you can't submit to your man. First of all, you chose him. So that's not a him problem. That's a you problem. Because you chose him. If you tell me that you can't submit to me when all I do all day, every day is submit to you, we submit to the comfort of our wives all day, every day. That's the way it's supposed to be. So now it should be a dance.
Early on in our relationship, we both had to learn what that word meant.
Yes. We're submitting to each other. We're submitting to the mission.
All right, Short King, where do you consider that?
How tall are you?
5'7".
I'm 5'6". I hate when short men are referred to as short kings. King to who? Snow White's dwarfs? Huh?
You can get such a hot guy if he's short, like on discount, okay? Like.
This morning I got on Facebook and saw there was a girl from my hometown who put a post up that said, "Good morning to everybody except all the men under 6 foot." And all of her homegirls got on there and they thought it was funny and they started tagging guys and the guys were coming on there and they were just being cool. They were being like, aha, funny, haha. But the girls were having the time of their life. They thought that was funny. I said, that is kind of funny. I could be funny too. So I just swooped in there and put a comment in there and I said, "Good morning to everybody except all the girls over 160 pounds. I don't know why they're tripping. I thought we were just being funny this morning. But I said, you know what? Maybe they didn't get that one. Let me try again. So I hopped back in a ring and put one more comment and said, "Good morning to everybody except all the girls with multiple baby daddies." Now they're in my DMs about it. Listen, the big broke girls with multiple baby daddies are going to leave those short kings alone this year. I'm not having it. Bro cannot help that he is 5'7". You could eat less and stay off your back. You all better find something safe to do this year.
You're being mean. Stop it.
Everybody wanted to know where the good men are, but let me just explain to you what's stopping these good men from getting with you. This idea that a man should come along and take you as you are. He should accept you for who you are, how you feel, how you think, what you do, and he shouldn't question that. He should embrace it, right? That's what you want. But that man wasn't good enough to be with you, to get with you, until he did all the work. He had to become this amazing provider, which means he needed to put in extra work and effort towards his career, maybe his education. Maybe he had to really put in the work for a grind, whatever he was doing. But until he can provide a lavish lifestyle, you didn't think he was worth much of anything. You want to make sure that you have a man who's making solid, sound decisions. You want him to stay far away from all these girls in these streets where he can get somebody pregnant and have all these children out of wedlock, because you want to be the woman who comes along for this perfect man, right? But you don't want to do any work. Do you know why your grandmothers back in the day were able to get these men when they were young? That's because they spent their entire life being raised and taught how to be a good woman, how to make sound decisions, what men cared about. See, we frown upon that now. You call it misogynistic. But no matter what name you put on these things, it's not going to change that you can't control what a man is going to find attractive and what a man is going to pursue. You just can't. So you have two choices. Get on board and start putting in the work now, or be okay being single. The choice is always yours.
My friend of 4 years just ended our friendship over a man. I'm gonna tell you the story. This is literally what I said. Where did y'all go for y'all anniversary? And she goes, oh, we just went out to dinner. He got me flowers and some jewelry. And I was like, she was like, don't start. And now I'm gonna start. And we all need to start starting with our friends who are accepting like low effort.
She wanted her friend's man. That's why she was trying to plant those negative thoughts in her friend's mind. And the friend noticed that. And that's why she cut her off. Because for their anniversary, this man bought her jewelry, got her flowers, and took her out to dinner. She's making it seem like he did some low effort. When did that become low effort? Flowers, jewelry, and dinner? And that's low effort? And that's really rich calling that low effort from someone who's single, who's not getting anything from anybody. The friend saw right through her and did the right thing and cut her off. Because when you're in a healthy relationship, sometimes single women will try to break up your relationship. One, either they want to have more time with you or they want what you have.
If a woman says to you, get away from me, leave me alone. Guys think that she's a guy. So they think she means leave me alone. What she really means is chase me and prove to me you love me. Ladies, if that's true, make some noise. So I understand in a masculine, logical world, if a guy says, leave me alone, you leave him alone. Because that's what he wants. If a woman tells you something, just know usually it means the opposite of what she's saying.
Be careful with a man who's keeping you confused of where you stand with him in a relationship. Because his main focus is not to be committed to you. It's to have access to you. A real man will give you clarity. There's no confusion there. He knows what he wants and he'll show you that he needs you. Because when a man is confusing you, it's always part of the plan. Because he just wants the benefits of having you without the responsibility of fully choosing you. And see, the thing is, you know what you're doing. You're giving her just enough to stay, but never enough to feel secure with you. You're keeping things casual just so that you can move freely and do what you want to do without being held accountable. But see, a woman will tolerate confusion until she realizes it's costing her peace. And the moment she gets tired of questioning her place in your life, she'll stop asking questions altogether. She'll pull back and choose herself. And by the time you try to finally be clear with her because you ran out of options, she's already clear that she deserves better than you.
You know, these modern women, and this is exactly the reason that they can't get men, good men anyway, is, you know, going back to what Neil was saying, you call a date low effort because it doesn't reach a certain monetary threshold. I honestly think that there are some dates that you could probably exchange with one of these ladies if the value is over like $200 and something or $500, just depending on what quote unquote tier she's in. You can exchange it for monetary value. Like, say for instance, if you get her into a football game, but that's not just, you know, any football game. It's got to be a game where we have really good seats, like courtside seats or something like that. Otherwise, I would want the money, right? Maybe we have backstage passes or an ability to like watch the players go by, and she might not touch the players today, but she's hoping maybe I can catch their eye, and then they're like, oh, who is that girl? And then somebody comes back out and gets me. Modern women are always looking for a chance. And so if, you know, maybe I didn't get the dinner, but I caught his eye. Somebody came back, pulled me out of the crowd, and I got to meet, just as an example, Klay Thompson or one of these other NBA stars or NFL stars, right? So they're always looking for an opportunity to get up on you. If you don't provide that opportunity, well, let's go out to dinner for 500. And so I can still stun on the gram and say, I got a $500 dinner. You know, I'm winning at life. He buys me pasta and lobster and stuff like that. That's really all they're looking for. These modern women, like I said, they wonder why they can't find a good man. It's because you looking to be a gold digger.
The man them don't know what to look for in a gal, you know. Some of you man be taking out some gal that look bad on the outside, but they're dirty gal. They're rotten from the inside. Do you get me? Manners and respect don't cost a thing. So let me show you how to analyze this from the first date. You see, if she don't have no manners and respect towards the waiter, that's a red flag. If she don't know how to say hello, bye, please, thank you, red flag, because she has an entitlement mentality. She talks to people like they are something on the bottom of her shoe. She looks at others like they are below her. You get me? And then you man are wondering why she's stepping into your family home and she don't want to say hello to your mum. Because you man are getting with gal that have no morals. Gal that were dragged up. Her moral compass is broken by about 50 man. Believe that. Do you get me? You're getting with gal that are for the streets. You're so focused on the aesthetics. You're so focused on what she looks like from the outside. Whether the back is mad, whether the chest is mad, the body's looking brazy, whether the neck game's 10-10. And you're forgetting to focus on what she's like from the inside. You're forgetting to focus on whether she's got basic manners and respect. Because if she doesn't have basic manners and respect, you can never take that gal seriously. If it's just a chopping thing, cool, do what you want, but she might be a bit tapped. But if it's someone that you're looking to take seriously, you don't know what you're looking for because you're so focused on the outside. If she has no manners and respect, morals gone, she's done at it. We are grown people that don't need to be taught at these ages. You get it? We might be from the ends, but me not like no hood rat gal. Them gal for gwe. You understand what I'm trying to say? Spin off. Me not like it. You get me? My thing's separate.
That's why I entitled this video, fellas, you can't make her happy, okay? Stop trying to make her happy. You can't make her happy. And look, I tell men in therapy, in front of their wives, stop trying to make her happy. And the wife cut her eyes at me. What do you mean? What do you mean stop trying to make me happy? No, that's not his job. It's not his job to make you happy. He can contribute to your happiness, but your happiness is an inside job. That's something you got to bring to the relationship. Stop getting married or getting in a relationship with a man expecting him to make you happy. That's not his responsibility. And I'm telling you right in front of your face, so there's no mistaking what I'm saying. Focus on what makes you truly happy, what makes you content, what makes you fulfilled, what gives your life meaning. Focus on that, and he can add to that. But I don't need a man, technically, to make me happy. I know how to do that all on my own. Can a man contribute to my happiness? Most certainly he can. There are tons of things that a man could do that would, oh my gosh, just shoot me to the moon. But I can assure you that if my life is miserable, if I hate my life, if I hate the way I look, if I hate my body, if I hate my lot in life, there ain't nothing that man can do over time to change that. Like, I am a miserable son of a... And I hate to admit this, but that is a lot of women today.
What does a man need from a woman in a relationship? It is simpler than most people think. Most men are not naturally expressive, so they struggle to explain what they feel clearly. Because of that, they look for something that helps them feel safe without saying much. It shows up in how you respond when he is quiet, stressed, or not fully open. If he feels misunderstood, he closes off more instead of trying harder to explain. But if he feels understood, something shifts and his guard slowly starts to drop. He becomes more relaxed, less defensive, and more willing to let you into his world. You start seeing parts of him that he does not show easily to other people. It is not forced. It happens naturally when he feels accepted instead of judged. This is when he starts being more honest, more consistent, and more emotionally present. Understanding does not mean agreeing with everything. It means trying to see his side.
Tone, timing, and patience matter more than saying the perfect words every time.
When he trusts that you get him, he stops feeling like he has to protect himself. That is when real connection starts building deeper without pressure or confusion. What looks like distance before was often just hesitation, waiting for safety. And when he finally feels that, he opens up in a way that feels real and lasting.
Far too often, women give men the benefit of the doubt, but if a man acts like he doesn't like you, he probably doesn't. The kind of man that doesn't want to spend time with you, unnecessarily rough with you like he is with her. That last little shove really made my teeth itch. But some men who act like this, it's because this is how they really feel about you. And for that split second, they have to show you how much they don't like you. This is what I mean when I say that a man can lay next to you every single night, kiss you, mwah, on your forehead, and not like you. You can't ignore the clues. You watched that video back just like we did, and you saw what we saw. The disdain on his face, the unnecessary roughness. You should never want to be loved so badly that you would allow yourself to be mistreated in order to get it. This reminds me of a quote that I saw recently. Don't give the man the benefit of the doubt. You gotta doubt the benefit of the man. Because what was the point of having a man if he treats you like this?
You want to know how you make a man change without begging or nagging? Then listen up. I know the story. You've told him 100 times. You've cried, you've explained, you've even threatened him to leave, and still nothing changes. That's because men don't change when you stay emotionally tied to his behavior. They will only change when you do the one thing most women avoid, and that's to stop reacting, to stop trying to prove to him that you are worth him changing for you. For example, you keep nagging your husband for never planning anything, and every weekend turns into an argument. But he doesn't even listen to you. He doesn't even take you seriously, because as long as you are complaining, all he knows is that you are busy with him. But from the moment that you stop reacting and you start to get busy with your own calendar, but without announcing it, without making a big deal out of it, because then you would still be reactive to him, that's when he starts to feel it, because your focus is no longer just all about him. So the only way your man is going to change is if you change, but not by changing what you say, but by changing what you do.
Y'all, dating in 2026 is freaking weird. People have the delusion of all these options. Everyone has like decision paralysis. It's like opening Netflix with 10,000 options, and instead of picking something and enjoying it, you just sit there and scroll for 45 minutes convincing yourself that there's something better. And then you watch nothing. And it's so weird because I'll plan out a date and everything, and then the woman doesn't even commit because she has so many other options. Like, what the fuck, dude? It's mind blowing, y'all. And it's like the second something feels slightly inconvenient or not perfect, people just go back to the apps thinking they can upgrade instead of actually building something. And then everyone wonders why dating feels empty, because you can't build depth, because you're always looking for the next option. And somehow everyone's connected, but no one's actually choosing each other. So if you got a good one, lock it in. Don't be an artard and f*** it up. I don't know, man. Am I alone on this, or do y'all feel the same way? Let me know.
Baby, I promise y'all, I just left a lounge where wasn't nobody in there but single black women dancing by themselves. It got so bad, I saw one woman go get the cook, a man, to go and dance two-step with her. Let me tell y'all something, ladies, specifically black women, because that's my community, right? Man, not only are y'all going against the design of God, but because you're going against the design of God, baby, you looking desperate. You're thirsty for water, and God is telling you to go to the land of milk and honey where you forgive, heal, and love men again, but you're being hard-headed. Y'all can have that. With y'all single behind, I'm going to the next spot. I'm going to the next spot.
She's testing you right now. And based on what most men do in this moment, you're about to fail it. She went quiet, or she pulled back, or she gave you shorter replies. And everything in you wants to fix it. Reach out, check in, ask if everything is okay. I get it, dog. It feels like the right move, but bro, that is the test. And the moment you reach, you fail. On some real shit, pimp, she's not ignoring you. She's watching what you do with the space that she created. Does he stay in his lane? Does he keep moving? Or does he need my attention to feel okay? The man who passes never shows her that he needed the reassurance. He goes silent. He goes back to his life, and she starts wondering. Don't reach out, brother. Don't send the everything good text. Let her sit in the silence that she created, and you go and build something in yours. That's how you pass that. DM me VIP. We got a free Discord where we talk about like this every single day.
I mean, life coach Sean. I think, let me go back. So the caption on this photo was, or this video was, when I was with my ex and the saxophones kept getting louder. Essentially what happened is she set up a video on the beach, it looked like, and she steps back and does, just does like a little kiss or something like that. And he just kind of looking, and then he's staring out into the distance. And I'm gonna step back, I'm gonna give you a little kiss, right? And so he's spinning around and kind of pushes her, right? This made life coach Sean mad. And this is why not everybody needs to be a life coach, because sometimes we let our personal feelings get in the way, and sometimes we don't know what the heck that we're talking about. You could look at, look at the disdain for her. He was ready to do this. That man might have not wanted to do that video. And modern women, everywhere they go, they want to do a video. Everywhere they go, they want to do it for the gram. Why can we not just have a night to ourselves? Are we really going? The look on his face could indicate, why do we have to do this again? I'm so tired of doing this. Well, I want to be an influencer. I want to do this. Why do we have to go through this again? Can we please stop doing this? I brought you out to the beach to have a nice private time, some alone time together, and you want to sit up here and make TikToks and content for the gram. And why do we have to do that? Why do we have to do that? But modern women, once again, they don't care. There was another clip where the man, it was his day off. It was his day off, and the woman had him running all around town. Oh, we're going to Target and we're going to Starbucks. Then we're going to TJ Maxx. But it's fun and you love me. It's not fun to me. He said that in the video. It's not fun to me. It's my day off. Oh, but you love me, so we should do it. No, at some point in time, I'm doing things for you, but at some point in time, can we do what I want to do? Of course not. Of course not. Not all of us need to be life coaches.